The idea of halal living is as old as humanity.
Massive controversy has erupted over halal meat in Kerala. Christian groups have called for boycott of halal meat by all Christians, especially in view of upcoming Christmas celebrations. Hindu groups have also backed the campaign against halal meat, saying that even Hindus are forced to sell halal meat in Kerala.
The topic of halal fills a lot of space in the media landscape today.
When Team USA marches into the next Olympics.
Yet no success stories, no inspirational narratives, no heroes come to light. This series wants to change that and create a positive impact. It will explore what halal means, how it shapes everyday lives of millions of people worldwide, some would argue, how it serves humanity. From Buenos Aires to Beijing, Muslims are a growing, vibrant community. But global inequality reigns. Is this how we want our children to live? And can we afford an unjust system to thrive?
The rich are getting richer, the middle are barely holding on, and the poor are getting poorer. And that there are fundamental unfairnesses that have to go with greed in banks and greed in Washington that make this continue.
Did you know that interest or usury was once banned in Christianity?
Islam prohibits interest due to the following reasons. Interest inculcates miserliness, selfishness, callousness, indifference, inhumanity, greed, and worship of wealth.
We expect progress, but we face an unprecedented challenge, the gravest reversal in global poverty reduction in a generation. The latest numbers are stark. Extreme poverty is rising for the first time in more than 2 decades.
Islamic finance has the potential to contribute to higher and more inclusive economic growth.
Halal is a $3.5 trillion rising market, benefiting Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Modern Islamic banking dates back to the 1920s.
Islamic finance is a type of finance, a type of economy that not only encourages the free market economy, but also ensures that there is adequate regulation against greed.
The main difference between Islamic banking and Western traditions is there's no interest. It's all about sharing risk, profit and loss. In effect, the financier becomes a partner in the business.
Islamic finance assets worldwide are projected to grow. Can an Islamic financial system create an enabling environment?
We don't invest in any arms related, any pornography related. We don't invest in any gambling, any tobacco, or any alcohol related activities, and we do not invest in any interest bearing activities as well. So this is fundamentally different to the way that conventional banks actually operate.
This government wants Britain to become the first sovereign outside the Islamic world to issue an Islamic bond.
Halal living is also about how we dress. It's part of our identity. But should mega brands define us? No, say many in the Muslim community, and modest fashion is making an impact.
The weirdest question I've been asked about hijab is probably if I shower in it. The answer is no.
If I wear it during sex. What does covering your hair have to do with it at that point, you know?
Wearing hijab made you know that I was Muslim.
It's for me a reminder to lead my life with religion first.
Glamorous gowns and couture fashion worn by Qatari royalty, to leisure and sportswear, including Nike's Pro Hijab line worn by U.S. Olympic fencer Ibtihaj Mohammed. The burkini, combining the words for burqa and bikini, was temporarily banned in some French towns. But millions of Muslim women around the world are making their own choices.
When people see a covered woman, they just assume that, you know, it's so anti-feminist, and, you know, somebody must have told her to do that.
That's the stereotype.
That's the stereotype.
Yeah. We're being unapologetically Muslim, and if you don't like it, literally get lost with it.
The Modest Fashion Week is not only for Muslims. The clothes comply with Muslim values, but the designers say they get interest from women of all faiths.
One smile, one cry, we're all equal.
Muslims have a lot to offer: a Muslim entertainment industry, healthy food, safe travel, a fairer economy, and much more.
In recent years, halal hotels have taken off. Realising the success of the Sharia-compliant banking and investment sector, they are modifying their establishments to offer halal products and services, hoping to achieve similar results.
Halal fashion also applies to cosmetics.
I'm calling out the entire makeup industry. These companies are telling you, yeah, it's gentle, it's safe. And then 10 years down the line, oh my God, I'm infertile. Oh my God, I have cancer.
But can beauty products be safer?
Skincare, hair, feminine care products have been associated with reproductive problems. Ovarian cancer, preterm birth, mercury poisoning, endocrine disruption.
How about the pharmaceutical industry? A multi-billion-dollar industry with little ethical oversight. Do we want to give medicine and supplements to our children that might contain harmful gelatins and preservatives?
The big pharma lobby, which happens to spend way more money on lobbying Congress than any other industry. Pharma is so lucrative, in fact, that companies like Pfizer can afford to pay billions in fines for promoting drugs that aren't approved as safe.
Food is what we normally associate halal with.
The most important decision anyone makes every day is what they elect to put in their mouths.
It's not just how a turkey is killed that is important for halal or kosher certification. The animal must not be diseased. If the turkey has tumors or cysts, it's not certified. The meat must not come in contact with contaminants, like worms, bugs, dirt, feces, bacteria, things that are also not allowed by federal meat inspectors. All the blood must be allowed to drain out before packaging. Pam, you wrote, I wouldn't knowingly buy a halal turkey, would you? Actually, I would. In fact, most Americans who eat turkey would probably be more likely to buy a halal or kosher one if they knew what it stood for.
The kosher rules concerning animal welfare doesn't start in the slaughterhouse.
When the animals are stunned, that's actually inflicting pain on animals.
Artificial food dyes, found in cakes and sport drinks and cheese and candy and Fruit Loops. If it's bright to the eye, it's probably dye. Artificial food dyes are linked to hyperactivity and brain cancer. But conclusive research is elusive, so Billy's birthday cake is probably safe. For now.
Quick's halal menu has been welcomed in the suburbs of Paris.
It's revolutionary to see a non-Muslim chain offering halal.
With an estimated 3.3 million Muslims currently living in the US, there's plenty of opportunity to break bread.
All three major religions command that we eat pure, but the toxic food industry is killing us. People are now working to change that.
What is on our plate is really affecting our environment.
We have been putting the wrong fuel in our body.
I need to make a change, but what do I do?
And can halal food lead the way?
What's on your plate?
Imagine a healthy ocean. Its abundance and vitality restored. And not just any ocean. Your ocean. Every corner of every ocean around the world, vibrant, abundant, and productive.
How can we give our children a better future? What if we can reduce oil pollution and end overharvesting and overfishing? What if there is a more fair global economy and a better way of life? Can a halal approach lead the way?
The good news is that it is possible. But we are standing in our own way.
Its creators say that they're promoting a message that UK Muslims are a diverse, cosmopolitan, and above all, happy lot.
The justice system in Muslim countries, you don't think, is somehow more primitive or subjugates women more than in other countries?
Did you hear what you just said? You said in Muslim countries. Please don't generalize about 1.7 billion people in the world.
Through human stories, this series will present a variety of role models for our children.
No human being should remain unemployed.
Modern-day living examples of inspirational success stories about people who live by the highest ethical standards.
Stories have the power to break through the walls that separate us into different ethnicities, different cultures, different nationalities, different races, different religions, because they hit us at the human level.